morning, everyone, and thank you for joining this session on WordPress. My name is Grazia, and today we will explore what makes WordPress a powerful and accessible tool for creating websites. So, whether you're a beginner or already have some experience, this session will provide a solid foundation to get started with WordPress and web design more in general. So, let's start with the basics. So, the first question is, what is a website? A website is essentially a collection of electronic information that can be text, images, videos, and more that are hosted on the internet and accessed through a web browser. Websites in general have various purposes because they establish online presence, enhance credibility, share resources, and other stuff. The second important question is why build a website? So, what is a website for? Websites are versatile tools. They can be useful to showcase your professional portfolio, act as an educational resource or a platform for sharing knowledge, facilitate communication, networking, and also spread news and updates. So with such wide-ranging application, having a website we can say that is almost essential in today's digital world. Now let's explore some of a website. So the three key components of a website are domain, hosting, and software. Let's start with the first one, which is domain. Basically, your domain is the unique name that user will type to find your website. If we take this example, http://ngovillage.eu. In this case, NGOVillage is the domain name and .eu is the top level domain, which we can call it TLD. So basically, domains are obtained through registries, which rank the desired name for your use, and there are various TLD, such as .com, .org, or .net, with costs depending on demand. So choosing a relevant and memorable domain name is crucial for your website success. So what you have to do, you have to compare providers in order to find the best price and services. Now let's go to hosting, which is the second element. Hosting refers to the server space where your website files and data are stored. So basically, it ensures that your website is accessible to anyone that are connected to the internet. Hosting providers offer different plans, which may include additional services like email accounts or web design tools. Some popular hosting providers include GoDaddy, Yonos, and DynaHosting. In general, hosting services grant access to a control panel where you can manage your website and even install WordPress. The third important element is software. The software is what you use to design and manage your website. WordPress, for example, is the most widely used, let's say, web design software globally. It's user-friendly, doesn't require programming skills, and offers thousands of plugins to expand your website functionality. WordPress can be used for free or paired with a hosting service for more advanced designs. Its flexibility makes it suitable for all types of websites, from personal blogs to professional portfolios. Now I will briefly introduce WordPress. So let's think about the fact that WordPress powers over a third of all websites worldwide. So in this case, the question is why choose WordPress? WordPress is intuitive and accessible to anyone, regardless of technical expertise. You can use it as a publishing tool or integrate it with hosting for comprehensive web design. And it has a vast library of themes and plugins which enable extensive customization to meet your specific needs. How WordPress works. Basically, as we said before, you have to set domain and hosting. So begin by choosing a domain name that reflects the purpose of your website. Register your domain through trusted providers like GoDaddy or Yonos, and then select a hosting plan that basically aligns with your website requirements. Once your hosting is set up, access the WordPress dashboard and your central hub for website management. You can choose from thousands of themes in order to define the look of your site. As I said before, WordPress is easy to navigate. It's a good tool to add pages, content, images, and more. Which are the benefits of using WordPress? Definitely the accessibility, because no coding skills are needed to create a professional website. Versatility, you can build anything from personal blogs to e-commerce platforms. And then one important fact is the community support. The large WordPress community offers tutorials, forums, and guides to assist you. So for every doubt, there's community support to help you. So to wrap up a little bit, we can say that WordPress is a powerful tool for building websites. They meet a variety of needs, whether personal or professional. Now that we have covered more or less the basics, we can get more practical and I show you how Elementor works in action and walk you through its interface and features step by step. So first of all, we can start, uh, as I said before, I talked about the domain name. For example, one platform, like one website that you can use to buy your domain is Hostinger. So if you simply type Hostinger, this website will appear, and you can see that it's pretty easy. Here you have the most common domains, .com, .online, .show, and what you can do, you can type here the idea that you have, for example, ingalicia.org, and you can search and you will see that this website and this domain already exist. So Hostinger just give you a suggestion. For example, you can use ingalicia.io instead of .org. And here you can see the price for the first year, and that for the second and the third probably will be more, and other options. Ingalicia.net, this is the price. So this is for the domain that we already talked about. Now let's get into WordPress and Elementor. So first of all, let's talk about pages and posts. So before we start building, there are some differences. Pages are, that you can see here, are for static content. So they're great for section like home, about us, or contact. So this section normally don't change frequently and are usually part of your main site navigation. While posts, which you can see here, are dynamic and are designed for content that normally updates regularly, like blog articles, new or announcements. They can be categorized and tagged, and this make it easier to organize for the readers. So I want to start by creating a new page. So if you click on page, you will see all the previous page that have been created, and you can add new page. And here you will see that we are inside WordPress. So here we can basically type something, create an article using WordPress. But for pages, I want to show you how Elementor works. So let's click to edit with Elementor, and it automatically will switch to Elementor page. And here we have it. So on the left side, you will find the panel with all the widgets. So widgets useful to build your web page. So text, images, buttons, and much more. And on the right side, you can see the preview of your page. It's pretty easy, I would say, to use Elementor, and it works like by dragging and dropping. So let's see here, for example, we are creating an article or a web page. The first thing we have to do is to add an heading. So basically we create the structure of our web page, which can be one column, two columns, three columns, then it's up to you. For the heading, we can use one column. So we click and we see that we have a one column structure. And now we click on the plus button where we can see that it shows an element. And here we drag the heading and we drop it here. And here we can see that we have our heading. Then on the left part, we can edit it. So we can type whatever we want, like for example, in this case, we put Tometoo, and here you can style it, you can choose the color, you can choose the typo, you can choose the alignment to be in the center or in the left, whatever text color we have. We can choose, for example, in this case, red, and that's it, to put it in the center. And then basically everything works like this. In the plus button, we can find all the elements that we can put in our web page. There are some raw elements, but on the bottom there are more free elements which we can add, like a carousel, gallery, icon list. Everything it works by dragging and dropping. So for example, now we want to put an image and some text. So what we do, we create our structure with two columns, we click it and we have two columns. Now I want to put an image, so I drag and drop the image here, and in the right part I want to put some text. So drag text editor and we put it in the second column. Here for the image, if we click on the image, we can see that we can choose an image from our media library. There are the images that we already uploaded, or upload a new file. We can select a file. I will put this, for example, and we can see that now it's in the media library, and we select it. Here we have our image. Then if we want to edit the text, we click on the second column, and here you see there are all the features for the text. For example, here we can delete and we can put example, and we can change everything. Like we can select it and we want it bold, italic, underlined. We can choose everything. The text color, we click it here. We want to put this color, select it, and here, in the other part, we see the preview of our web page. And basically it works like this. We can add everything we want. We can move everything we want, and basically by just creating the basic structure and then dragging and dropping all the elements that we want. This was for the pages part. Now I will also show you about the posts, which are a little bit different. I already told you that is for more dynamic content. In this case, I will go to dashboard. And of course, with Elementor, for example, if we go to pages, we can edit also already existing pages. Imagine this one. If you click on this, you can see edit with Elementor. So Elementor is also useful to edit pages that you already created. Now for posts, I will show you how WordPress. So you click on posts, and here you can see all the posts already existing. You can click on add new post, and you will see that the WordPress editor appear. So now what you can do is to add a title as we did on Elementor. So basically you type something. Okay. And then here, of course, you can change all the features. Type to choose a block. So here, for example, we can decide to put a paragraph. We click on paragraph and we have it. And I will basically type whatever to, then we can write block, then tips, job, and then we can decide, for example, to add everything we want. In this case, I want an image. So I have an image, I can, as I did on Elementor, upload it, and I will upload it, and the image will appear. And then we can choose everything that we want. We can choose to change the resolution, to put it medium, and it will automatically change. Here, the difference between Elementor and WordPress, I will say that Elementor you can play more with creativity, with colors, moving images. WordPress is a little bit not basic, but let's say you can play less. But with WordPress, what you have is yourself, which is a plugin that is really helpful to make your web page or your blog or your post, whatever, grow and make it appear on Google and easy to find from users. So here you have some advices. For example, you can see that there are all red and sad faces because of course I didn't write anything. But if you click on SEO analysis, then you will have six problems. For example, no outbound links appear in this page because we know that when it comes to posting a blog or writing an article, it's really important to put some external and internal links in order to make your blog appear and to make it for a user easier to find it. So here there are all the suggestions that's for the SEO in order to improve your web page, your post, or your article. Key phrase length, because of course here we didn't write much. And here there are all the suggestions. Text length contains 7 words, so at least 300 words. So following this suggestion and make all the faces happy and green, it means that you write a good article that will be easy to find and will appear on Google. Basically, these are the main difference. Here, for example, you will see the good results, the images, because we put an image, and so it appear green, and the SEO title, because it's pretty, like we put an heading, so it recognize the heading and see, okay, the SEO title, you did a great job, it appears. So basically today I gave you this brief tutorial. So we cover more or less how to create and edit pages, add titles, images, and more or less to understand the difference between pages and posts, add blog posts to your site. So Elementor make it easy to design professional looking website, but also WordPress is really useful in order to create an article that is well written and it's easy to find from other users. Thanks for watching and see you next time.